Look, I think the thing that Donald Trump, it's easier for Trump, I imagine, because he doesn't have all these farmers in the Midwest who are watching PBS. And the trouble is the ABC is a useful organisation for a lot of country and regional people, and therefore the coalition always finds it difficult to make that decision. But, I mean, it should just be a subscription service, shouldn't it? If people like it, just sign up. Why should taxpayers stump more than $1 billion a year?
Absolutely, but I'd actually also dispute the continued usefulness of the ABC in 2025, even in regional and rural areas where I live. Yeah. And there's very little engagement out here with the ABC. It's actually far more likely. Well, it's the reality out here that Sky has become the default sort of news service for a lot of people very sort of people who used to watch the ABC and listen to the ABC. Now their default station is Sky.
I absolutely agree. Sky News Regional going gangbusters and extending further, which is great. But I was thinking more radio. It's those local radio networks that are pretty good for farmers. They get their local market prices and the like. But even increasingly that goes online anyway. But it's hard to make a case for the abracadabra, that's for sure. I wanted to highlight a little video that one of your colleagues at the Daily Telegraph put together. It was a recognition test for Susan Lee. Well, she's hardly been leader for long, so it's not very surprising that some people don't know who she is. But anyway, have a look at some of this.
So this lady here, A, a newsreader, B, a mining magnate, or C, a politician?
I think a politician.
Yeah.
I reckon mining magnet.
I'll say mining.
I'm going to say newsreader.
Do you know who she is?
Not a clue.
NRL coach.
What do you think?
Banking.
Perfect. So he's actually a politician. He's our current Prime Minister. Oh.
Yeah, I just love the fact that some people didn't even know who Albo was, which is kind of a moot point. But if I had a choice, Tim, of being a politician, a newsreader or a mining magnate, I know which one I'm choosing, and I'm going for the iron ore and coal.
Absolutely. I think like a lot of people are going to be making fun of these young people for not being aware of the identity of politicians, but it's kind of a healthy sign, don't you think, that we're not aware of the identity of someone who, as you said, has only been the opposition leader for a very short period of time. You'd only know her from being a backbencher or from having a sub-prime ministerial portfolio in previous governments. I think it was a sign of great ill health for Australia that we knew during the pandemic, the COVID pandemic. We knew the identities of minor health bureaucrats.
Yeah, exactly.
That's wrong.
Exactly.
We've got to have better priorities than that, and I think it's a good sign that we don't know who Susan Lee or, to a degree, Albo is.
Yeah, I also think it's a great thing if there's people in the country who are just getting on with their lives and don't even care about politics, but I just think it's atrocious that our system forces them to vote.
That's absolutely the best point. There should be that recognition test should be conducted in the line outside polling booths.
Exactly.
At which point you get turned away or you voluntarily just get signed off.
Just quickly, you'll be shattered to know that Australia's performed very poorly when it comes to the ranking of cities worldwide for EV availability, the easy access to chargers and the like.
Well, I'll just say this about that study. It doesn't matter how friendly you make a city to EVs, the charging time it remains the same. And in fact, it stretches into infinity if the chargers are broken, as they so often are. So make your cities as EV friendly as you want. You're still going to be sat there for a lot longer than I am dumping petrol into a V8, that's for sure.
Yeah, I'm going to get a fake EV badge on my diesel because it's the only empty park sometimes is the EV one. Thanks for joining us, Tim. We'll catch you later in the week with Mark Nicholson.